As Guyana prepares for another rainy season, the riprap sea defense at Iflot has been completed. The Iflot project, which cost 226 million, covers 300 meters of sea defense works. This is a part of a comprehensive set of sea defense works happening in Region 3. I'm talking with Ms. Outar, a resident from Iflot. Now, what was the flooding like before the riprap was put out at the back there?
The flood was very bad. The wave was so big, you think, like, me even don't give up.
No, I see.
One wave full the whole house. You see this? We had to make this when we go over my house and put a step inside and make plank on the bench.
So the government has made sure that they have proper sea defense out there to help with the flooding. How do you feel about that?
So we feel proud about the president that he get the sea defense to do.
Ms. Zaman, another resident from Iflot. So tell me, how long have you been living in this area?
34 years.
And during that time, how many floods have you experienced?
About 4.
Okay. How severe was it for you and your family here?
Well, the last one was very severe because the water came very high till it went in the house, it went in the pen, went in the shop, and it destroyed a reasonable amount of stuff.
Okay.
Household stuff, the goods, the pen.
Now, government has put in some riprap sea defense here. What do you think about that, and do you think it will help in cases of flooding and overtopping?
Yes, I think it would help a lot.
So I'm talking with Bibi, another resident from Iflot. So Bibi, how long have you been living in this area?
For as long as I have been born, I know I grew up in here. That is 28 years.
So you've experienced some flooding being a resident of Iflot.
Yes, I have.
How bad was the flooding in this area?
The flooding was very bad, to be honest, that it has affected us tremendously, meaning that it has damaged a lot of poultry, farming, stuff in the house, you name it. It have really impacted us a lot.
So they put in some new sea defense here to help with the flooding. What do you think about that?
Oh, well, that, for what I have seen, I haven't viewed it like go on the seawall and view it, but I have viewed it over Facebook. And I can tell you that for what I know, that when the water raised, that it won't come, it would last, yes, but it won't come over with that force because the boulders will break away the wave speed and it won't come land and we will get flood again.
Given that you live here, how do you feel about that?
Oh, well, I feel very much secure now rather than before because of the work. I must commend the workers for doing a great job.
Now talking here with Mark Motilal, another resident from Iflot. Now Mark, tell me a bit about what it's like here when the flooding starts.
When the flooding starts, it's really bad. The water starts to come in, a lot of stuff starts to get wet up. Things that you use every day, spoil equipment, electrical stuff, really damage up a lot.
Now, they put in some new defense there. Government put in some new sea defense, riprap, big boulders and stuff to break the waves down. What do you think about that?
Well, so far we did experience back a flood since they put up the sea defense. So,
well, you might have experienced a flood since then, but as a resident, knowing that there's something there to make sure that it's not as bad, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like a little more pleased that the government doing a good work and that they putting something in place to stop the flooding.
So Ms. Hussein, tell me a little about flooding in this area.
Well, actually, when we had the flooding by the seawall there, we get it real bad. Actually, the water was like till somewhere here. It right over there. We had to put blockage here because it damaged a lot of things in my kitchen. All the backyard flood out. Also, my husband doing spray painting work, and he damaged a lot of electrical appliances.
Okay. Now, they're putting some new sea defense there. You think that's going to help with the flooding?
Well, I don't know really. I think it should do something though.
Okay. Looking at it from a point of view of not having anything there and the damage that you would have went through, and now that you actually have something that even if it does flood, it will not be as bad. Do you think that's a positive move?
I think that's a positive move, yes.
So talking with Rajkumari Dulahari. Now Rajkumari, you are renting in this area. Okay, so you're on the bottom flat. So what is flooding like with you when it happens here?
Well, in the yard.
In the yard.
In the yard, because we did downstairs. The owner upstairs, them the outside. So we just rent a room.
What do you think about the city fence that they put up there?
Well, is that a good job?
You think that's going to help with the flooding in the area?
Well, supposed to, I don't know. I can't say if the water come over high or whatever.
But do you think it's better now because you actually have something there in case the water decides to come over?
Yes, it's not going to affect us so much.
So I'm here with Danraj Balgo, being a boat builder in Iflot. Now, Danraj, when there's flooding in the area, how bad is it? Explain to me what it's like here.
Oh lad, terrible. This whole gate and so all in a breeze down with stuff and thing. Me a bar back there and the bar front here and the water come from back. And drift here all the wood them all and thing and so everything with damage what me pass here.
Now, besides boat building, you're also doing a little bit of livestock farming. You experience losses too there?
Duck and fowl, me na mine sheep. Me get about 3 or 4 sheep in there at the set time. Me had to put on top the septic tank. Yeah.
Now, they got some city fence that they recently put in. What do you think about that? And did you actually get a chance to see the work that they did?
Yeah, that is good work. Because the river really they over top water. And that has happened not steady. Once in a while, like every 4 or 5 years, then you might get that over top water. Me being at the present, when you see this place, 3-way flood this place. You can just imagine it. Me being at 4 o'clock in the morning a while and see the wave them.
So you feel a little better now that that is there?
Yeah. They were very good. That is a very good. I got broke to see them now. You can't come over. You see the whole back there, all and fence and so in there. All of them ramming. No why they make a fence and so back there.
I tell you what, when we have flood in this area, it is very serious, because you affect actually everybody in the area. Because right now, the drainage are not really up to standard. Much more is expected from the NDCs. I think they're trying, but probably because of the limitations of whatever their resources.
What about the overtopping at the seawall?
Well, when it's overtapping, there is much more serious because of the drainage and what have you, the water, is left stagnated, in the area, and it affects a lot of people because their poultry and everything is damaged. Their stocks, whatever they have, their garden, everything is damaged.
Okay. Now they put in some riprap city fence there. What do you think about that?
I think it's an excellent job that is being done by this government right now. It was long overdue. Let us hope that whatever they're doing there will be, might not be enough, but it will be adequate enough to cater for the flooding and whatever we used to have before.
So I'm here talking with Mr. Hario, a resident of Iflot. Mr. Hario, tell me what it's like in this area when overtopping is happening.
Well, when it's overtopping, my pressure go up. Because when the water come over, this yard get the force. Because we can look at the road there, the water come down from the seawall, come down straight in the yard. We are the first person to get flooded in this area. The last time the whole yard, the whole place, well, the whole ocean, we had water, but we had a lot of damage. We have some things which we didn't repair up to now, or we didn't see to buy back or whatever because of the water. Right.
Now, what do you think about the city fence that is recently put in?
Well, I see they're doing some work. I don't know how much, but I think some area where you have it, you get it maybe a little, but you mightn't get the
big
waves. The big thing come over.
Okay. Do you think things like these will help to alleviate the problems? Now, the last time there was flooding in this area was 18. Now, there was nothing there then. Do you feel because there's actually something there now to help it will not be as bad?
Well, I think so, because if they do it, as I tell you before, the water wouldn't come close to the to get like how you have the riprap there, that would cut the wave and it wouldn't come the height as it used to come.
I'm here with Dennis Ramsing, the senior engineer for the Region 3 district out of the Ministry of Public Works. Now, Dennis, we're here at the riprap in Iflot. Give us a bit of genesis in relation to what causes flooding in this area and why this riprap work was really needed in this community.
All right. During peak springtide periods, especially if the springtide comes with high wind load, you'll get a lot of overtopping, right? And because of the wave impact on the concrete structure, the wave generated closer to the structure, the overtopping, would cause flooding to the nearby residents here. So the Department of Sea Defenses has made a decision in order to alleviate this kind of event, flooding event from happening. We had to come up with a riprap structure that's suitable. Right?
So,
because the foreshore is basically low, so you have more wave impact on the structure.
So we're here standing on the riprap, the works done by Public Works. Give us an idea of the scope of work that happened out here.
All right. Firstly, you have to excavate the foreshore to construct the toe. There's a toe, lower slope, and berm. The flat section there, it's a berm, and then the upper slope and crest, an embankment. Right, the embankment basically supports the structure. Right, the berm, this structure was designed with two functions. One is a structural function, and the other is a hydraulic function. The berm basically dissipates the wave energy from reaching the upper slope. The structural function is basically to prevent rotational failure.
All right, so in terms of costing, what was the cost to do this work here?
The cost of this project was 226.3 million Ghana dollars. The contractor was Puran Brothers Disposal Inc.
This project, upon completion, will see riprap being placed at Anna Katrina, Iflot and Zealot at a cost of 620 million. This will ensure flooding is alleviated in these sections of the west coast of Demerara.